Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a new video. Today we got a part that we're going to install into the STI. This one is mostly a reliability mod. So this is the part that we're going to install. This is the IAG air in oil separator. I won't show you the full instructions on how to install it because in the IAG YouTube channel they already posted one with the full instructions, and I reckon their video is way better than mine. The only thing that I will highlight on this video is the items that you need to buy to make this work for a right-hand drive car, because here in Australia we drive on the right-hand side, so there are some items that you need to buy to make it work, but everything else should be the same. So this one is a bit of a medium difficulty, so this one should be fun. So let's get on to it. So before we start, I'll quickly show you all the items that I bought to make this installation work for a right hand side drive car. So first one on my list is the left hand side bracket that I got from Pro Speed Racing. This one cost me around 120 plus AUD dollars. I'll put the link down below if you need to purchase one as well. So this one helps you install the AOS on the left hand side part of the car without drilling on your firewall, because you can actually install the AOS, but you need to do some fabrication wherein you need to drill on your firewall, which I'm not keen with. So I prefer to make it as clean as possible and OEM plus as possible. So I went and buy the bracket instead. This bracket is universal, so you don't have to use IAG. You can have a different brand of AOS or all catch can to make it work. So this one can accommodate Cobb, Iridium, and I believe any other AOS that requires to be installed onto the firewall. So this one is pretty good and pretty flexible. So the next item on my list are just some extra hose and some joiners. This one I got this from Repco. The brand is Gates. I got half heater hose and a 5x8 heater hose. In my thinking, maybe the hoses that are included in the package might not be enough since they are designed for a right hand side of the car. Since we're installing it on the left hand side, I might need some extra just in case. This might be optional, but we'll see if I need them or not. They're pretty cheap, so if I don't need them, that's fine with me. I can use it for something else. And then pretty much that's it. Those are the extra items that you will need to make it work. So let's get onto it and then let's start to do the installation. Quick check of the carbon fiber hood that we installed a couple of weeks ago. Beautiful. So this is the engine of a right-hand drive car. So as you can see, we don't have space on the right-hand side of the car. Normally the IAG AOS gets installed on that side. So we're going to install it in the left-hand side of the car. But pretty much everything else are the same. So we need to remove the intercooler, the blow-off valve, and then these two are optional. You can remove the battery and the airbox. I'm going to do that just to make it easier for me. It's like an additional 5-10 minutes job, but I don't mind if it's going to make the installation a bit easier. So let's start removing this stuff so we can install the lines. So I just finished removing the intercooler. So one thing I noticed for the right hand drive is these lines right here. these breather lines for the left-hand drive STIs. Once you remove the intercooler, these breather lines are not connected. They don't have it on that engine, but for the right-hand drive, they have these breather lines that are connected onto the intercooler. That's right there at the back. Let's see all the way on the other side. So what you need to do is you need to remove those breather lines from the engine before you can remove the intercooler itself. So other end is from here, and then the other end is from here. Yeah, you need to remove those two lines so you can remove the intercooler. Just take note of that for the right-hand drive sidecars. So I managed to install the return line already. So you can see that white pipe right there, that's the return line. So now what we're going to do is we're going to install the AOS on the left hand side of the car. So we need to remove the wiring harness right there, and then we're gonna install the bracket. Now we got the AOS installed, so it's the bracket right there. It took me a while though. It's a bit dark now because I need to do some adjustments. Took me a while to get the adjustments right, but now everything's all correct. Now that what we need to do is we just have to connect all the lines again and then reinstall the intercooler and the throttle body. Let's get into it. So just a quick update. I'm almost done with the AOS, but I'm out of hose. So I need maybe a meter or 2 more meters of half breather hose just for these 2 lines. I already used all my hose, so I need probably 2 meters of extra hose for these 2. So it's a bit late as well. I'll try to get some hose tomorrow and then I'll continue the installation. But pretty much it's almost done. I'm a bit worried about the lines from here. So I'm not sure if I will be able to put back the intercooler with the hose currently installed like this. So I'll check tomorrow, see how it goes. If not, I might have to route this hose underneath and install it from there just to get some space. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow and then we'll continue the installation. Good morning everyone. Just got back from the shops. It's the next day. So I got the hose and the fitting so we can continue installing the AOS and finish it. So let's get back to it. So just a recap of what happened last night. So we almost finished installing the AOS, but we're out of hose. So we end up buying new hose for those 2 lines, and then those 2 lines will be installed right here and one underneath right here. And then after that, everything should be done. And then we'll put back the intercooler and the battery and test the car. So just a quick update. All the lines are now connected. So these 2 connected right here and right here. Just make sure you buy one straight fitting as well, because you will need a fitting to install this part to connect it into this line. So now we're gonna install the intercooler back. I'm thinking of I'm not sure if this one will interfere with the intercooler. So I'll just unplug it and route it underneath here just to be sure. And then we'll put back the intercooler. Success. Whew. Took me probably an hour to put back the intercooler. I'll quickly show it to you. So, yep, it's all installed. That's the hardest part, to put it back. This one's okay, just have to wiggle it. I messed up the fins though, so but that one's an easy fix. Just a flat screw and I can align that again. But everything else are installed. I disconnected this one because this one's a bit too short. So because it's going all the way around the intercooler. So earlier it was stopping the intercooler to be installed. I still got a few hose here, so I can easily replace that. But now I just have to tighten all the screws again and should be all good. This is definitely one of the hardest installs that I did. So that's it. All the connections are installed, all the hoses are connected, intercooler is back, all the bolts are tightened. So hopefully the car will start. I just installed the battery as well. I'll give it maybe 5 minutes to prep and then I will start the car. Cross fingers it will start and hopefully no leaks. Like car is alive. One click it started. I'll let it run for maybe 45 minutes. I'll give it some time and then I'll check all the lines, see if there's any coolant leak. I'm happy. This one is definitely a hard install. So I'll let it run for a while and then I'll check back with you later. After running the car for 5 minutes, these are the current readings. Looks good. I don't see any abnormalities, but I'm pretty happy that we just turned off the car. So that's it. The AOS is installed. I'll say that this is really a hard installation. I'd say for me, for my skills, it's a medium to hard difficulty. The hardest part for me is installing the intercooler back, because once you install the AOS, the space is very small, so it's hard to wiggle it back. But with the installation of the AOS and the lines itself, it's just medium difficulty. The only hard part regarding with the installation of the AOS and the lines are the trial and error for the hoses, because since this is a right-hand drive car, you don't have the exact length of the hose that you need to make it work. So that's the hard part for me in regards with the installation. With the bracket itself, there is a instructions from Pro Speed Racing website on how to install the AOS. The best installation, or the best bolt that you could use, or the best position, I mean, on installing the AOS. I installed the AOS all the way to the top because I want the AOS to be higher than the return line, so all the oil that the AOS catches will go back to the engine directly. But everything else, once you manage to get past the lines and the intercooler, everything's easy. You just have to put back all the bolts again, tighten them up on their specs, and test the car. I rode the car for 5 minutes or more. I didn't see any leak on the coolant lines. The only thing that I noticed is once the car is running and once the coolant is running, I touched the AOS and it's a bit warm. I'm not sure if that's normal, but maybe that's how it is. Let me know in the comments down below. This installation is complete. I'm happy with the new mod that we installed into the STI. This is definitely a must do for all WRX and STI owners. Every time I see in the forums like what is the best reliability mod that you can install, they always say all catch can or an AOS. So I'm very happy with it, and hopefully everything works fine. I won't have any issues. If I do, I'll let you know. But for now, I'll end the video here. Hopefully you enjoyed watching this one, and then hopefully this video helps you out as well if you're in Australia, or if you're using a right-hand drive car and you want to install an AOS in your car. All the links and all the other stuff that I use for this video are down on the links. And then of course, if you have any questions for me, just put it down in the comments below. And then I'll finish the video here. I'll see you guys next time. If you reach this part of the video, thank you so much, and then I'll see you again. Bye bye.